I am gonna need you to put aside any hangups, any insecurities, any doubts that you may have that you can look good in a skirt, because baby, after you try these outfit combos, you are not only going to look, but feel absolutely amazing. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan Blackwell, former engineer turned lifestyle content creator behind Little Miss JB Style, sharing tips and tricks on how to make your life more chic. Now look, I grew up in the Paris Hilton Pussycat Doll era where girls were rail thin, and I really didn't think that skirts were for me as a curvier girl who had to shop in the women's section. And literally back then, like early 2000s, they actually were not made for girls with curves. But after years of learning to let go of all the fashion BS that I had learned, on top of shedding all the insecurity to truly embrace my beautiful pear-shaped body, I can now say that skirts are absolutely a wardrobe staple and something that anybody can pull off. So I'm sharing a look at my skirt collection plus tons of different skirt outfit combinations that you can try to look stylish no matter the season. I want to start with maxi skirts specifically because I feel like this was the longest for me to get into, because when I grew up, you know, early 90s babies, hey millennials, the longer skirts just felt very dated. They felt very old school, or they just felt like way too trendy, like something only the celebrities would wear. But now there are so many different styles that there are tons of options that are gonna look absolutely amazing on your body. First up, this skirt from Lavish Alice. I love this, and what I love about this skirt, I'm wearing it in a size medium, is that it is part of a matching set. I talk about this often. Matching sets are a great place to start when you are building your wardrobe and looking for pieces, because you're gonna get so much wear out of them. Not only can you wear it together, which this set I do literally wear together all the time because it's that effortless, it's that easy, but then of course you can mix and match. The great part about this set specifically, that longer rib knitting and the leg slit, it's very functional, it's very flattering, and it's a very minimal looks piece. It's something that you are going to easily be able to dress up for literally almost any occasion. I will say it might not work for every single office environment, but if you have a more laid back office, or if you just have a more casual style, this skirt works so many different occasions. And the other great thing about a skirt like this, especially like this camel color, this tan color, it goes with everything. It will work regardless of your personal style preference. So if you're like minimal luxe, you could easily pair this with sandals, easily pair this with flats, wear it with your go-to sneakers. You're gonna look casual and cool. If you want to be a little bit more edgy, you see I paired mine with some combat boots to give a little punk, a little funk, a little rock. You could even add animal print, you could add color. So this is a really great place to start if you're trying to figure out what kind of maxi skirts to work into your wardrobe. A good maxi knit style, you really cannot go wrong, which brings me into the next set, and this is from Vici Collection, also a matching set. But what I love about this is this to me is like the sexier older sister to the Lavish Alice one, because you have this crochet detailing, which is something very different, something very unique, but they do make sure that you have an extra layer underneath so that it's not sheer at all. And that's what I love about this set, because it actually is a little bit more polished, a little bit less casual than the Lavish Alice set, which makes it easily as wearable because you can dress it up a lot easier for your 9 to 5, or you can dress it down to be very casual. This is perfect, again, not just for the 9 to 5, but for a lot of different weekend occasions. If you want to be a little bit dressier at the pumpkin patch, you want to be cute for a coffee date, this also is a really great set for a vacation, which is why I feel like something like this is also worth investing in, because it's going to be wearable for so many different things, not just everyday wear, but as you plan your vacations, you go someplace tropical, this is going to work for that as well, which makes it so great. I actually have the bottom in a size medium, which I think is true to size. It is so comfortable. Like literally, I shot this downtown with another Detroit creative, and when I say I got stopped literally every 5 seconds because it was like, where's that set from? Where's that set from? If you are looking for a set that's literally going to get you compliments, you're going to be able to wear year after year, this is the one, baby. Like, this is the one. One of the ways that I really improved my style was to start playing around with elevated basics, and that's really a great place to start. You're really unsure about how to take your style to the next level because you like being minimal, but you want to dabble in something a little bit more fashion forward. This kind of knit wrap skirt from ASOS is absolutely perfect for that. One, the sweater detail is perfect for fall. It's perfect for spring. So you're going to have that cozy, comfortable vibe, which is so important when it comes to like your style. You want to make sure that you are comfortable. You are comfortable in this skirt. So plush, so comfortable. I've had this for over 3 years, and you can see pilling wear, baby. Not there. And this is something, again, you can easily mix and match with so many different pieces. As you're seeing, you can dress it up for your 9 to 5 with a blazer, with a sweater. You can dress it down with a simple bodysuit if that's more your speed, or a t-shirt. This is perfect if you are someone who loves to like subtly stand out. You look for pieces where it's like, I want something that's a little bit different, but not too different that I'm afraid it's gonna go out of style in a couple of years. And a wrap front detail, it's just so simple, it's so minimal, but yet it can have a really big impact, and it is really flattering on a lot of different body shapes as well, which I really, really love about that, because if you are self-conscious about having a tum or something like that, the wrap detailing can be really, really friendly in hiding that. If you like to be bold, which is something I feel like I have grown into now that I'm older and like found my confidence a little bit later in life, because baby girl, let me level with you, I really did not have the confidence I had until I was like 28. That whole story is definitely for another day. But if you are ready to get out of like minimal colors, you still want to be bold, but you're trying to be classic, a good pencil bodycon skirt like this from Meshki is absolutely worth investing in. I feel like you want to find a color that is the color you feel like you will wear a lot. For me, I love green, I love pink, although at this point I feel like I could wear any color, like every color works for me. The key here when you are introducing colors to your wardrobe is being patient and finding the right shade in the different colors. I feel like a lot of people get thrown off and say, oh, that's not my color, that's not for me, but really what you might be running into is that that's just not the right shade for you. So take some time, play around with a couple of different colors, hold them up to your skin tone, sit in like natural lighting, see how you feel about that color before you introduce it to your wardrobe. But a bold skirt like this will always be timeless because it itself is the statement. So you can pair it with your basics, your t-shirt, your button up, a bodysuit, a sweater, and you're gonna be able to make that work for you year after year as long as you choose a color that you personally like to wear. That's the key. Like whenever it comes to color, I know there's always like the Pantones and don't pay attention to that. Like, I mean, keep an eye out if you're somebody who likes to be like on trend, but truly to build a timeless wardrobe that's going to work for you, find the colors, the shades you personally like to wear and you feel like look good on you. Do not pay attention to like what is trending. Now that means it might take you a little bit longer to find some pieces in the shades that you like, just because obviously the fashion cycles and the fashion gods might be stuck on a shade that's not for you. But be patient and find colors like this, because the cut and the rib detailing of this, because it is kind of a heavier knit, it's giving luxe, it's giving timeless, and that color is what's going to make it bold, but still something you're going to be able to wear and makes it worth the purchase. In the same vein, another matching set, because I truly am a matching set girly. It's just one of those go-to no-fail outfits. This matching set from Lulus, I love as the temperatures get colder because it's a little bit thicker, but you still have the sweater, but instead of a crop sweater, it's actually an oversized sweater, which I really love because that gives you a lot of room to play around, especially if you're somebody who is not quite ready to show off your midriff, not ready to show off your banging body yet. It's cool, or you just want to be warm so you don't want to have any skin showing. I love kind of the oversized sweater with the knit skirt because then you can pair it in a way that makes sense to you. There's tons of ways to dress this up and make this look chic. Not only can you tuck it in, you can add a waist belt and that looks really, really great as well. And then again, because this is a color that I feel like is really timeless, burgundy is always going to be a color that works for any wardrobe that's always in style because it's always like a go-to fall color, and then also for the holidays. So if you think Christmas, a lot of people wear red around Christmas, which is what makes burgundy work so well. And then of course, Valentine's Day, a lot of people will wear pink or red around then too. So you will have an outfit not just that's going to be cute, a little more bold for the winter, but will actually work for the holiday season as well. Now, if you're finding this video even the least bit helpful, do me the quickest of favors. Go ahead and hit that like button, give it a little boo-boo loop. That will help this video reach even more people who want to look chic and are trying to figure out how to make skirts work for them. Here is the thing. I always felt more like a wallflower when I was younger. I just felt like, okay, I was already mixed. I was already a little bit bigger than the girls around me. So when it came to my style, it took me a while to really reach for bold pieces and like really be comfortable in pieces that stand out. But now that I'm older, I have just found that like it's so much more fun to wear what you want to wear and wear what's fun for you. So the denim maxi skirt from Micah's is one of those pieces that I wasn't sure I could pull off. To be honest, I really was like, baby, Jordan, are you sure? But now in my big age where I just know that I can make anything work and it is okay to be expressive. People may judge you, but who are they? They're not paying your bills. Why do I even care? This skirt, I actually have an entire video on how to style this skirt because I was so on the fence, but when I came up with all the different ways to style it, I was obsessed. It was a great purchase. I have this in a medium. This is for the more fashion forward girly. I will be completely honest. This is for someone who is not afraid to make a statement, who is not afraid to have fun, but also does like the idea of something that is timeless, because while this skirt may feel trendy, if you watch my video on all the different ways to style it, you will find that this is a skirt you can actually make work for a lot of different styles and for a lot of different years based on the different tops that you pair it with. And that's something that I want you to think about as you're looking at skirts, as you're thinking about outfits, right? Because a good bodysuit with this, as you were saying, it looks absolutely amazing. A more sleeker ruched top if you want something with more coverage. You could even do a leather button up. Like literally the options are endless. And those outfits, while they are loud and while they are a statement, if that's your style, if that's what you're going for, that skirt is going to do the work. It's going to make that statement for you for years to come. It's not going to go out of style. It's not going to be out of trend, because if it truly feels like it's an expression of you and you really feel amazing in it, you're gonna keep wearing it and it's going to be worth that money as well. A couple of honorable mentions in terms of maxi skirts. These I will not say are for every day, but they're definitely ones that I have been wearing a lot. Just coming off of summer and then also for vacations, and they're both parts of matching sets. From Pretty Little Thing, I have this cream colored one with the amazing texture, and then this fun zebra print one. This is where I feel like my style is like thriving right now. The cream set I really love because of that texture. What is great about this is this for me not only is a great night out outfit, but this also works for a vacation. It looks sleek, it looks chic. I have mixed and matched this baby so much over the summer season because it really is something that is functional for me, for my style. I love relying on texture to add something different. And then the animal print set, I just love me some animal print. I feel like that does show personality for me, and the green color again is a color I tend to wear a lot. So this is another set I actually can mix and match a lot, and why they're both really easy to mix and match is because they have that white base, that cream base. They have a neutral color as the base, so it's easy to just pair it with white and look put together, and I don't have to worry about mixing and matching a bunch of different colors, trying to like do color blocking, things like that. I find more so when I'm adding pattern than texture to keep it kind of simple in that way. I don't really like over the top patterns. I feel like that can get really overwhelming really fast, especially if you're like newer to experimenting with style. It can feel like very limiting. So when you are starting with patterns, I always recommend starting with something simple, and then as you feel more comfortable playing around with more intricate patterns, a lot more colors and things like that, because you can then decide if that's something that you feel works for you, or you can decide, hey, you know what, I've tried it and it's really just not for me and I want to stick to this lane. I know I'm throwing a lot of outfit ideas, a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, a lot of things to consider at any time. Please go ahead, stop, rewind, rewatch any sections, or come back to this video for more inspiration. Now moving into midi skirts. I feel like I don't have as many midi skirts simply because these can be a little bit harder to find depending on your height and depending on your frame, because I feel like midi skirts are a little bit more difficult to find universally flattering styles. But I will say I have found a couple of styles that I feel work for just about everybody, and the first one is from H&M, and it's this linen ruched option. I love a good linen flowy more fitted skirt. This is actually a size small. It's so spacious, there's so much stretch, and what I love about this skirt is that it's one of those pieces similar to the Lavish Alice skirt earlier. You can wear this for a lot of different occasions. You can wear it casually with a bodysuit as you're seeing. You could do it with a cute bandeau top. If you want to be dressier, you can easily add a button up and wear this to your 9 to 5. This is again one of those skirts, if you are building out your wardrobe, you are looking for maybe more elevated pieces, but something that's still going to be wearable for like every day. This is one of those skirts. The linen is a really great option, especially as you are transitioning from summer into the fall, or even from like spring into summer, because it's going to be light enough that you're not going to be really hot, because you know how sometimes the morning can be cold and the afternoon's nice and warm. This skirt translates really well with different temperatures. And then of course the color, again, this neutral color, it makes it really easy, but the ruching keeps it from being boring. So that's why this works for almost any occasion, for your 9 to 5, for a night out. You could dress this up for like a vacation. This is definitely going to be a skirt that you can mix and match and work for a lot of different things. In line with that is actually another linen skirt. This one is from Forever 21 and it is a matching set. I really love the actual pinstripes. I will say that this is a really safe pattern to have in your wardrobe, especially vertical stripes. This is one of those fashion rules I actually do kind of like abide by, is that vertical stripes tend to be a lot more slimming, tend to help you look nice and elongated, especially if you're on the petite side, you're wanting to look taller, you're wanting to look slimmer. Vertical stripes typically can be your friend. That's not to say you can't wear horizontal stripes, because baby, I do have some horizontal stripes that I look nice and snatched in. But vertical stripes are your friend. And what I love about this skirt in particular is that the buttons actually unbutton all the way up and all the way down, which gives you a lot of versatility, right? So not only do you have this neutral color, you have like the pinstripes, so you have some kind of fun pattern going, but then you can make the skirt more conservative or more risque depending on your style. So this is another one that you could easily mix and match to wear to a 9 to 5 for the weekend activities, take on a vacation. You're just going to be able to get a lot of wear out of it. And as you see, there's a few different ways I like to style it. Obviously with some sneakers more casually, but then you can dress it up with like a fun blazer, because crop blazers are still having very much a moment, and it's getting very snatched, like especially if you're pear shaped, crop blazers are your friend, baby boo. One of the most complimented midi skirts that I honestly feel so comfortable, so chic, and always always just look amazing in is this ruched one from H&M. This is the kind of skirt that I feel like I love to reach for more special occasions, but I do actually even wear this more casually as well. You can do it with an easy crop top, you can do it with a bodysuit, but then of course for like a night out, you can do like a really extra top. It is serving snatch, it is serving body. I'm wearing a size small. I don't know what's going on with H&M sizing, but this is serving everything it needs to serve. What I love about a skirt like this again is it's giving elevated minimal luxury, right? Like that's definitely kind of like the camp I'm going for without having to spend top dollar. Like this was not more than I would say like 30 bucks. And that's the other thing I really want to stress as I'm showing you these pieces. And that's one of the things I'm hoping you're picking up as I'm sharing not only the skirt styles themselves and how to wear them, but where I'm buying from, because I do not believe that you have to spend a bunch of money to look absolutely amazing, to have an amazing wardrobe, to feel amazing. You can find elevated pieces. You can look luxurious on a budget as well. It's not about how much you spend, baby. It's what's in you, not what's on you, okay? It's the pieces you choose and how you put it together. I've always believed that. So this skirt really does translate really well. Depending on your 9 to 5, you could definitely pair this with a nice top and a blazer over top in case you are afraid of like showing the curves. Although, baby, in 2023, I feel like we all should just accept the body's the body. Like if your job somehow is making you feel bad that your body is banging, like you can't help that. It doesn't matter what clothes you wear. We've all been there. Like even in loose clothes, the body gon' body, that thing go thing, that booty gon' pow. Like go ahead and just let that go. Do not be self-conscious that you have a good body, that you have curves. Let it go. Let it go, wear the skirt. And as a way to ease yourself into it, having a skirt like this and just wearing it out casually too is a really great start. That's something that I did that really helped me to build that confidence and get to a point of wearing more bold pieces and not being afraid, was just to simply start by wearing a piece that felt a little overwhelming and leaving the house. Even if it was just to grab coffee, even if it was just go to Target, that's how you become that girl, right? Is you just do it scared anyway. So this skirt really did help me to overcome a lot of those kind of like fears of like, ooh, okay, you are showing a lot of body, ooh, okay. Like a lot of the reactions I feared getting, I didn't really get. A lot of the reactions were just like, okay, I'm scared of you, I see you, right? And the other great thing about this skirt too is it also will double up for nicer occasions. If you do have to do something dressy, like a nice dinner, you have like a wedding or something and you're not really a dress girly, this is a really great skirt to just have on hand for more formal things as well. You already know I have one for the bold girlies who again just like to have those pieces that stand out but are still timeless. The Hanifa skirt, yeah. It's a statement every time, but what I do love about this skirt is you actually can wear this more casually. This probably isn't something you can get away with for your 9 to 5. I'm sorry, babes. Unless you decide to quit your 9 to 5 like your girl and do content creation full time or run your own business or something like that. This is definitely more for like weekend occasions and vacations. But I do find that this is really fun to throw on because it is just so unexpected. A lot of people would kind of save this for a vacation, but this is your sign to not save your pieces just for vacation. If the weather is warm, the weather is giving, you should be having body outside, have your body outside. Have your body outside. Have it outside. And what I love about this too is you can dress this up in a way that is more conservative. As you see, I've paired it with a button up in a matching color. When in doubt, if you're introducing color to your wardrobe and you want to get away from just wearing it with neutrals, start out with monochrome. Monochrome is the safest way to go as you're trying to figure out how to wear colors, what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. Doing monochrome, it just always is going to serve elegant. It's always going to look chic. It's always going to look put together. It always gives shmoney. Like that is one of the fashion rules I will say like still holds true to this day. One color head to toe. It just always looks put together. It's no fail. And once you have the pieces, it's really easy to do and it's really effortless. So this is one of those skirts I do feel like should be in everyone's wardrobe. It's just one really fun skirt, whether it is something that is a maxi skirt or a midi skirt, just to have a little bit of bold, just to have a little bit expressive, just to have something a little bit different. It doesn't have to be a color. There are tons of like cool neutral styles that have a little bit different detailing as well, but really have one bold one because it's just something about having that piece and putting it on and you're just like, just to remind yourself, right? Even if you're in like leggings all day, it's like, you know what? I want to feel really good about myself. You know what skirt I'm talking about. You know exactly what piece I'm talking about. In fact, when I say that, what piece came to your mind? Let me know in the comments below that piece that you like as soon as you put it on. You know you're going to feel amazing. You know you're going to feel amazing. Let me know in the comments below. Arguably the hardest to style skirts are the mini skirts. I am here to tell you though, baby, even if you got some junk in the trunk, even if you are well endowed, do not feel like you cannot wear mini skirts. I will say we're going to let go of the idea of mini skirts for your 9 to 5. we're gonna let that go, because I don't know who Revolve is trying to like fool whenever they have like the cute workwear outfits and the blazer and the mini skirt. Like, this is perfect for your job. Like, whose job lets you wear that? Be honest, be real. Like, again, unless you're me, or unless you're somebody who owns their own business, the mini skirt really isn't for a 9 to 5, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't get one. That doesn't mean you should avoid it, because there are a lot of fun ways to style it, starting with a classic. This leather one from Mango really has a lot of range. And what I love about a good leather skirt too is it's just like a leather jacket. It's just kind of like, there's no wrong answer there. You could pair it with just about anything and look amazing. That's the great thing about a leather skirt. Like, you can keep it simple with a plain black tee and some boots or some sneakers. You can dress it up just a little bit with like a classic jacket and like the snake print boots, as you are seeing here. You can add a fun houndstooth coat. A leather skirt, literally, it's just, you can't go wrong. Once you find like the perfect fit, once you find one that really works with your figure, you just can't go wrong. It's gonna be something that you're gonna reach for year after year after year. It never goes out of style. It really just gives. It just gives. Even if you are minimal, even if you're giving like luxury leather skirts, it just always is the vibe. The other style of skirt that I feel like is really, really wearable, but a little bit more slept on, is actually kind of like a wrap cargo style skirt. I've had this one from NastyGal for like 7 years. And you are literally seeing how many different ways I have styled this skirt, because it is that girl. And coming from someone who was notorious for never showing legs, like, as much as I'd be in the gym and giving you leg day and doing them squats and like really trying to build my muscle, I was so self-conscious about showing my legs, because again, like, coming up in that era, just having any kinds of like actual thigh, if your thighs jiggled, you didn't have the line, you didn't have the thigh gap, it just was like mortifying to show legs. But baby, thick thighs are in, okay? Even for the men, we want them thick thighs in the hoochie daddy shorts. So for ladies, you got them thick thighs, let them show. They are begging to be seen. We want to see them. And this skirt is my argument. I have this in a size medium. What I love at the top is that like buckle detailing, because it helped this skirt fit me when I lost weight and then when I gained weight. So that's a sneaky trick that you should be keeping in mind too as you're picking skirts. Not just looking for stretch, because sometimes like obviously stretch will be kind of easy, but then those you have to tug at a lot. So I'm very, very wary about skirts with stretch. I actually like skirts that have a little bit more form, that are a little bit stiffer, like this style, because they're gonna stay in place, but then they have an adjustable waist somehow with a buckle or with a wrap detail that allows me to adjust the waist of the skirt as my weight fluctuates, because you know what, your girl does like cookies from time to time every day. So I do keep in mind as I'm picking pieces that my weight does fluctuate, and making sure that the pieces I buy will work even as I put on a little bit of weight or lose a little bit of weight. Another really easy style of mini skirt that works for so many different body types and is made really, really well is this one from H&M for under $20. I bought it in pink because obviously I got wrapped up in Barbiecore, but I do feel like I have just been discovering my more feminine side after many, many years. I have an older brother that I really looked up to. My dad is a huge influence in my life, and my grandfather, who is the reason I became an engineer, made a lot of the kind of like the life decisions I made that actually did help me to become a full-time influencer. So I'm really grateful to the men in my life, but I did dress a lot like a boy growing up. So I have more recently been coming to terms that I actually don't mind expressing my girly side. I don't mind wearing pink. And this pink skirt gets so much wear. I was actually really, really nervous again because it was mini and it was stretchy. I have it in a size small, but it does not rise up. You know how those skirts can get where it's like, girl, where is you going? Like, where? Stay. We're not trying to give people a show. What is you doing? This skirt stays in place really, really well. And I love not only that they have it in a bunch of different color combos, they do have classic colors too. They have also animal print. So tons of different colorways depending on what your style is that will work for your wardrobe. And what I love about a skirt like this is it's actually really great, not just for casual. I know a lot of girlies are wearing the tennis style skirt. I will say like that is cute. However, for me, that's a little bit, I don't want to call it like too casual, but I think it's too close to like the skater skirts that I used to wear back in like the early 2000s. And it's a little triggering. It's a little triggering. So I have not hopped on the tennis skirt trend. This to me just feels like it's sexy older sister for the girlies in their 30s. Not to say you can't wear the tennis skirts at all, but I love this because not only can you pair this with like a cute racerback tank top, but I actually really love wearing this with oversized tops. So as you can see, I have this oversized button up also from H&M. That's really fun and easy. You could do it with an oversized blazer as well, where it's kind of like, okay, but is she wearing something underneath there or not? You know, draw that little bit of curiosity. But even over my cardigan, I really love that as well. So there's tons of different ways that you can make this skirt work and give yourself even more coverage if you are a little nervous still about wearing a shorter skirt. That's the other tea and trick I wanted you to have, is just because your skirt is mini does not mean you have to show a lot of skin. Do not be afraid to use outerwear and oversized pieces to create that balance in your proportions and also give you a little more coverage so that you are comfortable until you get to a point that you do not mind showing them legs off, babe. Another really fun midi skirt option is a crochet option. I actually got this one from Target. They're like Future Collective collabs. Now, I will say this isn't a year-round skirt, especially live in the Midwest, because baby, you know, our winters are brutal. Arguably for me, I don't know if skirts are a winter piece in general because, that Michigan wind, it will take you out in the winter. But as someone who loves texture, the crochet for me is a really, really great option because it's just gonna add interest. The winter alternative is like these kinds of knit fold over skirts, but the reason I actually specifically love this one, again, because it is a stretchier fabric, I have this in a size medium, it stays in place, and that I cannot stress enough. Like, I'm not fussing with my clothes. It doesn't matter if I'm just like planning to walk around, sitting down, or I'm about to get down and twerk on the dance floor. I not fussing with my clothes. So any piece that you see here, know that it has been tested, because baby, again, if you've not seen any of my try-on videos, which you should go ahead and check those out, I put my clothes through the test, not only in the fitting room, but then in real life, because I like my stuff to be functional, especially from a mini skirt perspective. I'm not trying to give nobody a show, okay, baby? Like, you gonna have to throw some ones up in the air, and even then, it should be 10s or 20s at the very least, and that's just to get a peek, if we're being honest. But I do think a fun crochet like this is a great option regardless of your style, because one, you're gonna be able to find some in really like classic colors, not just the yellow, but this is a great way to add texture. I feel like you could wear this with a really fun sweater for something unexpected during the fall season and during the spring season. Obviously, it will work for your vacations as well, and it's really, really cozy and cute for like day party situations, pool parties, things like that. So a good crochet skirt like this, I won't say is a wardrobe essential, but even if you are someone who is into capsule wardrobes, this is actually something that is really easily worked into a capsule wardrobe, and you can have a lot of different options to style it, which is why I wanted to show you a few outfit ideas for that as well. Like I said, I grew up truly just not feeling good about myself, and it's so crazy. I was just talking to my friend about this earlier this morning. The way that I got to where I am, becoming an engineer, leaving my job to do content creation full-time, making a living off of this, truly was getting familiar with myself, getting familiar with my style, and then branching out and really experimenting, like learning how to choose the right pieces, learning what felt amazing for me, even in clothes. Understanding that and being able to do that gave me that confidence to do that in other areas of my life, helped me to make better decisions, helped me to get myself financially free, helped me to save money and put money away so that I could quit my 9-to-5 and do something that I love to do full time, which is help you to be more chicer, help you to elevate and reach your goals. Because babe, truly I cannot stress, like I came from a small town in Wausau, Wisconsin. Like I was not a Nepo baby. I was not given like all these crazy advantages for real. And simply by just deciding that I wanted to feel better about myself and finding the ways to do that, not just through style, but in other areas of my life, it opened a lot of doors. And so I'm really hoping that you are finding these videos valuable. In fact, if you are, hit that like button, or you can even follow along. That's an indicator for me that these videos are helping you. I am on the right track and you are finding these valuable. Thank you so much for watching all the way through, and I will see you in just a couple days with another video. Bye.